Yes, guys, I hope you're doing alright. I am back. I am back. It's 2023. Sorry for all the other palaver. We will also be doing today our match highlights, reaction, and rating show. We will also be doing a members draw for anyone that's in the Fantasy Premier League. We'll be doing a draw for that, and any members that are in the league as well, there will be a separate draw for you guys as well. So make sure you're tuning in now. But here comes that all important intro, right? After what has been a decent result. I say it's a decent result. Let's see what everyone else thinks.
Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City.
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye bye.
Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson. Here's Gerrard. That's a great strike. McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, I hope you're doing okay. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button right now. Right, sorry I've not been available for the previous 2 games. Obviously, if you've checked my community tab, everyone would know that I've been in hospital for since the morning after the World Cup final. I had to go into hospital. They managed to clear that and sort that out, and also unfortunately though, I've had a sort of an episode where I'll explain in a later video, but and explain it clearly. But yeah, I am back, and I'm back for you guys, for all you subscribers, all you members. Like, your support, it means so much. So but yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna bring Luke up from Luca FC. I'm gonna bring in Lewis from Newcastle Disabled Fans YouTube channel. How are you doing, Lewis?
Fine, happy with that point. I would obviously, all Newcastle fans would have been happy with that point before the game, but like, fair enough. Like, Arsenal should have had the penalty in the game, but a point gained for us.
And just before I go to Luca as well, big up obviously yourself, Luca. Big up Miss Mel. Sorry, I've not been sorry. I've sent you the link, Mel. If you're still there, I've sent you the link. I'm now live. You can quite easily, I'm more than happy to have you on. You know that. So yeah, sorry for I've been so late with the stream tonight. Doctors and other shit that they've got to give us. But yeah, and had some technical difficulties as well. But there you go. Yeah. Big up Connor. Big up, mate. I hope you're doing as well. I hope you're doing good. Right. Hopefully, do you know what, Hasper TV, right? I'm gonna I open up the lines later, so stay tuned, and you'll be able to open up the lines later and try and teach this one about North London derbies. But Luca, speaking of which, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you very much for you two being part of my channel earlier for my match reaction. It's been fantastic. Yeah, I'm good, man.
No worries. Yeah, that's no problem, mate. No probs. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start first, and I've got to load it up actually. So let me just present this first. Hopefully it's this one, and then I'll quickly go to that one. So obviously we've had Newcastle nil, Arsenal nil, Newcastle nil. Sorry, say it the right way around. And yeah, I'm gonna start with the lineup. And for me, the lineup I quite agreed with. To be fair, the standard back four at the back. You've got then. You've got Odegaard, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Nketiah, Martinelli. So for me, that was probably the best lineup you can come up with. Obviously, with Jesus being out and that. Big up, good evening, Stephen. Hope you want. Yeah, look. Anyone that wants to come on later, make sure to keep tuned in. Big up Matthew as well, and we'll get you on towards the later end of the show. Could you just Khan see? Would you mind? It's. Could you spell it with a V instead of a PH? As I'm named after an old army friend for my dad, my late father. So yeah, it's with a V, not BH. So anyway, big up Matt. I'll be there shortly. No worries, Mel. Right, no worries. But Luke, I'm going to start with you. What did you make of that lineup?
To be honest with the lineup, it was pretty much. I was happy with the lineup because, of course, yes, Gabriel Jesus is now out, and we've got Eddie Nketiah up front. And for me, before the game, I was like, why would you want to change the team? We all knew after the World Cup how Arsenal were going to react. The first two games, Brighton, West Ham. That's fine, no worries. But yeah, the first Brighton and West Ham game, we managed to deal with it and we got the 3 points. But today, of course, the lineup came out, and I thought today's performance for me, look, I just feel, look, it wasn't a terrible performance, but I feel like I think it's 2 points dropped, in my opinion. Like, I can understand where you and Lewis said on my channel a draw is a fair result. I get that because we're playing a very good side that's got the best defensive in the Premier League this season. I get that, but for me, in my circumstance, I think it's 2 points dropped because the reason why was we had an opportunity to go 10 points clear of Manchester City, right? Yes, we're 8 points clear at the moment, but for me, I'm just a little disappointed that yes, we had chances in the game and we had a lot of possession, but I'm just disappointed the way the game turned out and the way it was a draw, in my opinion. Because I think Newcastle defended really well in this game, and I think Newcastle were very difficult. I just feel, look, we weren't terrible, but I just feel we found it difficult to break them down a little bit today, in my opinion. But what do you think?
Okay, Lewis.
Yeah, like obviously I do.
What do you think about like how Newcastle set themselves up?
Yeah, we knew obviously because we still.
Yeah, how did you set up? Sorry.
It's our main team because obviously we haven't got the best bench in the world, if that makes sense yet. But obviously, it's going to take time for us to get the players like Man City. Like Man City, use some of your players are like top quality. But for us, like our two best players is probably like Bruno is like a beast for us. Everybody loves Bruno, and it's like and Trippier. Them two are our best players. And so we got Nick Pope in goal. Cracking sign we got like for £7.5 no £10 million we got him for. Well, obviously our lineup was just the same as like we were expected.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Continue, man.
It's fine.
Or 1 point. A 1 point gained for Arsenal. So I'm just putting this poll quickly.
No worries.
2
But no,
points.
do you want me to talk? Do you want me to talk?
And then,
Or?
yeah, just give me 2 seconds, Luke. I'm just gonna write this out.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be quiet.
It's gonna take me 2 seconds. Arsenal community. Right. Right. There we go. That's that done. I'll come back to that later. Right. Right. Before I go back to you, Luca, I'll just go through the other chats as well.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Sorry, mate. I didn't. Yeah, don't worry. It's easy mistake to make. Don't worry. Because, you know, easy mistake to make. Big up, Matt. You've got to play City twice, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, and Tottenham, and Newcastle again. It's going to be a long season still for Arsenal. Very good point. Very good point. Big up, Static, my bro. Love you to pieces, man. Big up. Thanks for the welcome back as well. Big up, Sean. I hope you're doing well. Don't know why these comments are taking over to load, but there you go. I came to, you know, yeah. I know Static, don't worry. As for Arsenal, I'm not blaming the referee, the team only. I'm disappointed, but a draw is better than losing. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, Static. I'll speak to you like in the morning, and we'll have a catch up or something. But yeah, this thing about the ref and the decisions. Do you Luca feel that it's right to blame the ref, or do you feel
Well,
it was all fair and love and war?
I think you have to blame a bit of both, because I'll start off with the referee, because we should have had a penalty from the Gabriel situation. Even Lewis said it on the channel on my match reaction earlier. I think it was a penalty in my opinion, because you saw the way Gabriel was pulled, right?
By Dan Burn.
Yeah, from Dan Burn. It was definitely 100% a penalty, and the referee cost the game, right? And for me, what someone said in the chat said about the referee, it's disappointing, in my opinion, because I do think also the game as well, right? I am disappointed that we didn't get the 3 points, but we're playing a very good side, and that's what people got to remember. And I think the referee was shocking today.
He lost his head. He lost his head again.
I think in a tough game, I don't think he managed that quite right.
No.
For me, I mean, I obviously, because I was moving beds whilst the game was going on, so the Gabriel situation I had to look back on.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just close my window.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, like I'll give my assessment on that in another show, because I didn't get the time to see it. But I did see the handball one right at the end. For me, I can see where people are saying it's a bit too close, but then I've seen this, but then it's been like for me, as he's turned away, the arms come out like that. So if his arms come out like that, though he's pulling away,
Are you okay?
yeah, yeah, continue.
Yeah, I'll continue carrying on. But for me, Lewis, I'll ask you this while Stephen's talking to the doctor. Look, I think it was a penalty, in my opinion, towards the end.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit harsh over the handball situation, but I do think it was a penalty, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can say it both ways as well. Because
No, I do think it was a penalty, in my opinion, because you go back and watch, right, the way the handball was looked. It might be a little bit quick to call it, might be a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
But I'd have to go back and watch it when I'm ready to watch it. And for me, like, I do think it probably was sort of a penalty in a way.
Yeah.
But the referee was not with it tonight with us.
Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look again just on YouTube, see if, because I'm a Newcastle fan, I think it's not a penalty, but hold on one.
Yeah, big up Macy, man. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Thanks for supporting Stephen and I and Lewis, man. Absolutely fantastic. Of course. Thank you, Macy, for that.
So I'm just watching it.
Yeah, but it was a penalty, in my opinion, because for me, right, it's like you go back and watch it.
Sorry, Luca. Sorry. I was on mute to speak to the nurse, but don't worry. Right, let me just catch up on the chats as well.
He's just it's fine. We understand.
Does he want me to read the comments? No,
So 1 minute.
It's a 1 minute. But what do you think? Do you think it was a penalty then?
Just looking at it again, I just had a quick look and I think it is a penalty second time around.
Right, sorry about that, guys.
That's fine.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the nurse was trying to come in at the same time as well. Sorry. If Arsenal don't win the league, it's still a very good season for you. 8th place finish is 5th place finish this season. Should be getting top 3 or 4 and then go again. I think you're slightly ahead of schedule in terms of progression. I can see where he's coming from, Matt. I mean, you know me. My high standards are obviously to compete for titles, right? Like, I'm always going to be that way, right? And it's not so much like we should be winning titles. We should be competing for titles, right? There's a difference. Some people think it's just going to happen. It's not. Maisie, love you. Absolutely love you as a friend. And yeah, let us know when you're free, and we'll have a good catch up on over the phone or something. Points dropped in my opinion, but we're in position we haven't been in for the longest time, so overall I'm still okay where we are. Exactly, like it's not. And it's big up, Sean. Thank you for coming in, and also thank you for everything as well.
Well, I'm still quite happy with, like, obviously, as I said, I'm quite happy with the point anyway, because obviously
you lot will be quite happy with a point, because
they're comparing that we haven't beat you since 2010 at the Emirates, and we haven't. But the only problem is we haven't scored since 2014.
No, you haven't. Mate.
No,
I remember. When was that? 2014.
when Andy Carroll scored.
No, 2010 was the last time we beat us at the Emirates.
No, 2014 was the last time we scored. The last time we beat you at the Emirates was 2010.
Yeah, who won in 2014?
I think use one, but we scored.
Yeah, we won, but I can't remember the score.
Hang on, but find out.
Was that 14-15 season?
I think so.
We might have won, but no, I just feel, look, tonight, what I'm worried about is now, look, you lot are very defensive. You lot, what Eddie Howe has done this season
It's
is
a masterclass.
absolutely fantastic and phenomenal. And no one expected Newcastle, and myself and Stephen and you and people in the chat didn't expect Newcastle to be third in the league.
No.
For me, you gave us a very good defensive display, and you organised very well. I thought we were going to win tonight, but I didn't think the game weren't going to be easy.
Yeah.
If we were at St James's Park, I would have written us off. I reckon you lot would have beat us by the one-off goal.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this game, it's probably one of those games where
Another day you could have won it.
another day we could have won it, and it's frustrating. It's like we drew to Southampton away, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't do well against Southampton. We've never really done well at their place. That game back early in the season was one of those games where you just want to get out of jail.
Yeah.
Just accept it. This game, look, if we beat Spurs away, right?
Yeah.
Then this game could be forgot about. I think, you know what? Doesn't matter, right? It's one of those games where you feel like you beat Spurs, you go to the United game, and then you feel like, okay, you're back in the mix. But I think it's 2 points dropped, in my opinion.
Look, sorry, I'm sorry about that. They've missed about. Can no one shut the damn door as well? Like, honestly.
Hospital.
No, I think, mate, trust me, I broke my arm. You know what I mean? I know how it feels.
Yeah, like
No, you don't know how it feels. Don't
Yeah, I was,
even
like-
try and you don't know how it feels. Trust me.
I do. I had like about what I had a couple of nights.
Yeah.
There, like it's not the best. The beds are not the best.
Right. Mel, how you doing?
Hi, Stephen. Hi, Luca. And
Hello.
hello.
Big
Hi.
up Sleep Rush, sure, no worries, Luca. Stephen, I get standards. The same with my team, and both teams are on journeys getting back to the way. It's true. Exactly, mate. But it's gone are the days of Arsenal, Man United, mate. But I get what you mean, bruv. I want to hear from you, Mel. Actually, what did you make of the lineup and initial thoughts on the game?
There wasn't any problem with the lineup for me. I think it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was the exact same lineup as the Brighton game, so I didn't have a problem with that. It was expected starting 11. With that being said, before I go into address the game, I felt that there was a good thing to address in the lineup itself was the fact that two things: Smith Rowe was on the bench. Smith Rowe will be available. Was not on the bench. Smith Rowe will be available for the Oxford game in the FA Cup on
good.
weekend.
Yeah,
next week.
That's gonna happen.
And the other thing is Cedric was no longer in the squad, so it looks like he could be on his way out to Fulham, which is good news. It means we could possibly be getting reinforcements in that position or wherever. In regards to the game,
we got enough cover at the right back position with Ben White and Tomiyasu.
Yeah. In regards to the game today, to answer the question of the stream, is it points dropped or points gained? I think it's stagnant. I wouldn't say it's points dropped. I think it's stagnant. Newcastle are very, very solid defensively. They're a great team defensively and shouldn't be underestimated. They're very disciplined and well organized at the back line. I think they should not be someone we take for fools. With that being said, we did well to leave that Emirates with no red cards, because the referee was card happy, trigger happy.
Yeah.
And the other thing I take away from this game is the fact that no one got injured in our side and in Newcastle's side. Nobody got injured. And this guy, Botman, was incredible today.
Yes.
In
Botman. Sorry, I had to sing that song.
First half, he was bossing it. I found St. Maximum coming on was a late substitution for them, but when we go back to us, I agree with Luca that it wasn't really good enough when he said it on his match reaction. However, I don't think we pressed the panic button just yet. Yes, we did have a couple of chances in the first half we should have put away, but we tried our best, and we struggled to break down Newcastle's defense. Every time Saka got the ball or Odegaard, there was 2 or 3 Newcastle shirts man marking
But
them in every
to be
position.
fair now, as well, is that despite all that, we were still creating chances, right? Which is always going to be the positive, right? And like I'll go on about certain players in a minute, but like for me, we had opportunities to win the game. We didn't.
Yeah, we did.
And I think, and I said it obviously in the previous show, Lucas show, is that it's kind of reminds me of what happened with Fulham back in 2004. Like, where I remember watching us have it off the post, the bar, the line, God knows what, like parked in their own box, like, but obviously not to that extreme that we had back in 2004. But it just reminds me of that because I don't think we were ever going to score or win that game.
Yeah, they're hard to break down.
It wasn't so much that. I just think no matter what we tried, it was never going to come down. And to be fair, the reason I say it's like a point gained for me, right? If you look what Newcastle did to Man City at the start of the season,
oh my gosh, they gave them a run for their money. Yeah.
And like
And sorry for putting in as well. Like Liverpool, we got beat when it was only 5 minutes out of them and they scored in the 98th minute.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they drew 3-3, right? And this is also a testament to our defensive capabilities because unlike Man City, they managed to.
What do you want?
So they managed to. They managed to. How do I put this? Put it there.
Check this one.
Yeah. Sorry.
What's your wristband?
Yes. As I was saying.
RTQO 0705 4A.
That's all right.
Sorry. Like I was saying, is that it just felt like for me it was just one of those games you're not going to win, and for me it's a point gained for me because
neither watch.
Done. Right, thank you. Sorry.
I'm gonna remove this. There now.
Right, thank you. Sorry. Right, full attention now. Like I was saying, is that for me, like, it's a point gained because these are the two teams I fear, Man City and Newcastle, with their form, right? They've been between us, Newcastle, and Man City. We've been setting the pace out of the top 3, right? And Newcastle deserve to be where they're at, right? With what they've done, that's why for me it's a point gained because not only we did match what Man City did at the Etihad with Newcastle, but we managed to keep a clean sheet, and it's a testament to the back line that we've got with Saliba, Gabriel, White on the right is like, I'm sorry, but the guy's immense, right? I've totally changed my opinion on him. He's been absolutely immense on that right hand side. Shinchenko, you can replace him for Tierney as well. It shows the defensive capabilities we now have. The midfield for me, like, it wasn't Granit Xhaka's best game for me. But just because it's for you, Mel.
No, I agree, Stephen.
Granit
Oh
Xhaka, we
wow.
got.
No, but I don't think he had a great game. I think he was quiet. He actually missed chances that he could have scored. There were chances. Hi, Omar. There were chances that he could have put away, and he struggled to put away. But then again, we could say the same for other players. I agree with this comment from Karn
Yeah, he
as well.
did hide a little bit.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, a quick question, and I'm going to
Like,
move on to
what do you
Kate.
think about the two penalties?
Oh,
What do you
yeah,
think?
I
What do
think we
you?
should add one at least.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean the Dan Burn one. That should be a penalty, even coming from a Newcastle supporter. Maybe not the
Yeah,
second one, because if you look, it's too close, and he is trying to put his. Because if you slide and trying to block the ball, your arms are
exactly.
going to rise. That's
Mm.
what the rules are now happening. I think you can't. That's
Newcastle, I gave Arsenal a tough time, but
that's
as the
true.
Tottenham fan, I'm happy. Give it till next week, bruv. Give it till next week,
who.
bruv.
Hang on, who beat you?
That's a friend of mine. That's a friend of mine.
Give it till next week, bruv. He won't be friends with you
Who
anymore,
be-
trust
who
me.
who beat you this season at the Tottenham Hotspur
Hey,
Stadium?
mate, North London. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. North London derby, like all friendships are cancelled. Like if you're Tottenham, if you're an Arsenal fan, fine. If you're a rival fan, fine. You're a Tottenham fan, you my friend, you're a twat. Like that's how I roll. But look. I want to move on to Nketiah, and thank you, Steezy, for coming in as well. Big it up. I honestly, don't matter who the fan is, love anyone that comes in this chat and wants to talk sense or talk breeze. You know me, I just love the banter. But in terms of Nketiah, I want to move on to him because he's had 3 games now. He's scored in 2. And if this was Jesus, and I will say this now, if this was Jesus, he'd be getting praise after praise after praise after praise after praise, right? He's done in these 3 games. This one wasn't probably the best one, and he should have taken opportunities. But in the other 2 games that he's now been available for, he's managed to do exactly what Jesus was doing, right? He managed to match him with whatever Jesus was doing beforehand, and because of that, why is it we keep criticising a player who is doing the same as the guy that we praised him for? So if Jesus has done all this, and done all this work off the ball to help us create chances and score goals, even though he's had a goal drought himself, right, before he got injured, we were still giving him praise. So Nketiah is doing exactly what Jesus was doing, making us like we're not, that he wasn't even there, right? And he's also chipped in with a couple of goals as well. Yes, it's not a match-winning goal, but he should have probably taken the chances tonight. But I'm not going to criticise him as long as he's doing what exactly Jesus would do if he was up front. And you can't criticise him for that.
Yeah, but Stephen, look, I get where you're coming from, right?
Mhm.
And you know what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah,
The thing with Eddie Nketiah, yes, I give him credit due when he does well, right?
Take care, Matt. You.
But for me, yeah, take care, Matt, all the best. But no, the thing
big up, man.
is, right, with Nketiah, yes, he scored against West Ham and Brighton. Right, I thought tonight he was okay, right?
Sorry, Matt, if anyone else actually does want to come on, just come on, because I want to catch up with everyone.
But I
So,
thought
but carry
tonight,
on.
thank you. Yeah, I thought tonight he was okay. But for me, what really frustrates me is why, look, I understand people are happy with Eddie Nketiah when he plays well. I get that, right? But this guy is not going to take you the Premier League, right? We
He's
need
not
a striker
supposed to.
in the January transfer window. Go
But
and
he
get
wasn't
Joe
supposed to.
Felix.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
First of all, I'm not talking about transfers. We're talking about the game,
I know we're
right?
talking about.
Yeah. So, like, you can worry about João Felix and all that on another show. Second of all, I'm just saying the last 3 games he has done exactly what Jesus would do. So you cannot criticize him for that.
He doesn't scare defenders.
Eddie doesn't have the same effect as Jesus. He doesn't have the movement touch. He drills defenders out of position.
If
He does. Kane OC, to be fair, I watched him during the Brighton and also the West Ham game, and he was doing a fair amount of that. To be fair, I have to be honest. I'd rather get a striker in, but I have to be honest with what I see, and what I see is a 23-year-old or however old he is, finally getting a chance in the Premier League to prove everyone wrong. And so far, so good. He's proving people wrong at the minute. But he just needs to keep going, right? And
yeah,
stay consistent. If he stays consistent like this, right? And we win, like, and it leads to us being still winning games, right? Because don't forget, Jesus didn't score any goals before he got injured from North London Derby onwards, right? But if he can copy like what Jesus is doing or has done, which is what he's done so far, then you can't. I can't criticize the guy. You can't criticize him, like, because in the end, he's doing exactly what we asked him to.
Well, that's good that what he's doing so far, but I'm on about the long-term future. Is he going to keep?
That's not about the long-term future. It's
We've
just
got Tottenham.
evaluating on
Is
this
he going to
game.
step up against Tottenham next week?
if I was
Can
seeing,
we worry about the game on this game first before we move on to
like I was
transfer
saying,
or anything
I,
like
I was saying on Lucas' channel before, if he had Jesus for this game, you'd have won the game.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
I
of
think,
course.
of course, I
But
think he would have
they're
probably
not
turned
the
away.
same. Sorry, they're not the same level. They're not the same player, prolific player. Eddie Nketiah is more of a poacher than a striker. Gabriel Jesus is a prolific. Well, you could argue he's a prolific striker, or has the qualities to be a prolific striker, right?
The thing,
Eddie
the thing
Nketiah
with
is more of a
Mel,
poacher.
the thing with Mel that I've seen though, the thing I've seen is with the Brighton and West Ham game in particular, is that the first half of the West Ham game, I'm sitting there thinking, like, there was that free kick that came in, and he stepped back, and then in the second half, it's like we hadn't missed Jesus because he'd done everything right, and the Brighton game again, like, it looked like Jesus had never left or got injured, because he was doing. I know he's not going to be the same level of player as Jesus is, but he was still contributing to the team, and he's still doing like what Jesus was doing, and for that you can't criticize him for that. It's what you asked for. You've asked for him to be consistent. You've asked for him to be like try and be prolific in front of goal. Yes, he's going to miss some opportunities, but throughout the game, like, and throughout this game as well, I don't think he's done too much wrong. I don't think apart from those 2 like chances, you don't think he did anything else wrong. To be fair, so I would just love to see Eddie get the same sort of credit for doing the same thing, if you get what I mean. But I mean, I'll come to you, Lewis. Obviously, if everyone doesn't know, he has his own YouTube channel, Newcastle Disabled Fans. Make sure you go and subscribe as well.
Let me put his
I
link
will
in the
also
chat.
paste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put the link
I'll
in
do
the
it.
chat with me.
Can I just show you
if
this
you can.
stat? What was on Sky Sports earlier on?
I don't believe Sky Sports' stats.
But that's like
I can't see it. Mate.
Eddie Howe is like that was last season. He got like 36 games. Like PPG is 2.00, and that's the best out of our managers for a long time.
Oh wow.
This shows how good your
Backline.
your owners are to back in your man.
Yeah, we haven't even spent that much. We only like
Lewis, I can't seem to find. Sorry, I can't seem to find Lewis's channel link. So if you have it,
George, send me the link. Sorry, no, what am I saying? Sorry, Lewis, send me the link on Twitter.
I have sent you like one of me links for me channel. It's
just one.
It should be how you send me the link above, like for this. It should be already there. I'll send it again to you.
Let me.
or if you could put it in the private chat, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat, and then I can.
I'll just do that now.
Private chat or via Twitter, mate. I don't mind. Do both if you.
Hang on 1 second. I might come out here for a second. Oh no, hang on.
Careful with that, please.
I know. There you go.
Right.
I can do it, Stephen, if you want.
I'll do it now. Sorry,
Okay.
if he's put it in there.
Yeah, he has. But,
that's just one of me. That's obviously to me channel, but that's my first video where I've done. There's never been do that. Just follow that way.
Perfect.
Have you got the chat? Is that the channel link?
That's the
That's
channel
the
link.
first video he's done on his channel.
On my channel. I don't know how to copy the channel on me phone to copy it over, if that makes sense. For the
right.
I have the channel link, Stephen.
Yeah, I saw it. I got it.
Sorry about that. I'm not the best.
It's alright, mate.
I have no idea where Milan's gone.
Have
you guys already got into the player rating?
No, not yet. Check out his Lewis's channel by how do I put this? By
just help me out.
following.
To be fair, I have 14 subscribers.
Yeah, so it'd be a struggle to find it.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
I've put that video there, link. So everyone in the chat, that link is for his channel. Does obviously help towards.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing it properly soon. Just find the time.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, mate. Honestly, Mel, I can't see you. You might need to lower the camera a bit. There you go. We want to see that beautiful smile. That's what we want to see. Yeah, that's my friend.
Sorry, the laptop slipped out of my hands.
It's alright.
The cheer you up in hospital.
Yeah. Get well soon, Stephen.
Yeah.
Look, you know me. I'm not living in just yet. So there we are. Right. I'll find my way out of this bloody prison.
Mess.
Well, it's better than what Everton fans have to deal with. Bloody hell, they can't even win a game.
Yeah, they lost 4-1.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah.
Because they had dinosaur arms. They had dinosaur arms in goal.
No, they want
Yeah.
Rafa Benitez back.
Oh fucking hell! They must be desperate.
If people don't know about dinosaur arms, it's a joke Newcastle fans have to Jordan Pickford.
Just see, I feel sorry for James Dunlop if he's there.
Oh, I
feel
know,
sorry.
Jimmy. Yeah, he's a good friend of the channel.
Yeah. Right. So you say Eddie is trying to get his chance. He's had over 100 appearances and hasn't got more than 20 goals yet, if I'm correct. Look, yeah, I understand he's had opportunities. Don't get me wrong, Khan. But I completely understand your point. But at the moment, he's all we've got at the minute. Unless you put Martinelli up front. And so far, Martinelli hasn't really proven himself to be an out-and-out striker yet. So I do feel... like it's... Yeah. How do I put this? Yeah. We've just got to manage with what we've got in a minute until we can get these 3 signings that we need. But...
Yeah, but are we going to bring these 3
signings? Look, in the end, we will, like, in the end, like, as I said, we will be, like, keeping an eye out on any transfer news, don't get me wrong, and that's on another stream, but at the moment, I can't criticise, I'm just going to criticise on what I'm seeing here, right? Forget the contracts and what he's got out of it, right? I just want to see him try and prove that to everyone that he deserves to be here.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for, mate. I don't, like, at the moment, like, January and February is never a good time for Arsenal, right? So we got to get behind the team, like, no matter what. Big up Billy, hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah, big up Billy, hope you're well.
Hi Stephen, how are you, bro? Was wondering if... I'm not part of that debate anymore, Billy. I'm not arguing with that debate anymore. Right, look, you can have that fight with Luca, for fuck's sake. I'm not doing it. I haven't got the time in my life to worry about Arteta in, Arteta out anymore. I just want to see my team win every week, right? If they're doing that every week, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm not throwing these toys out of the pram at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, but look, I don't think there's nothing in that.
I know, but the way he acted as well was a bit over the top, I think.
Yeah, when is it ever not over the top with anyone these days? Same. I'm just enjoying the games and the unity in the fan base. That's the thing as well. Another thing as well, like Arteta's done, he's managed to get the support from the fans, because the fans at one point were so obscured and so like disconnected with the team. Now he's brought something out of the squad and out of the Emirates that I've not heard before. Like, I've never heard the support like it at the Emirates. Right, and like, if it means that I don't want to be part of the Arteta in Art Brigade, I'm just literally trying to make everyone happy, right, by just commenting on every game, bruv. That's all I'm doing. Billy was also asked, you still Arteta out?
Right. Let me give you this.
Oh, here we go.
Right. Here we go. Now, basically, right. Look, he's doing very well at the moment, Billy. Right. Yes, I'm disappointed with the draw tonight, but it's not the end of the world.
Just ask me
But
what's it
for
out
me,
or not, mate.
but for me, right, he's got to prove to me in January, right, that he's got to bring 2 or 3 additions, and he's got to take us to a title challenge right up near towards the end of the season.
Well, actually, do you know what? I knew you were going to say that, so I'm going to put in a poll, like,
Whole time.
I'll do another. I don't know why you're laughing. Right. Try and load it up first. But yeah, I mean, Mel, he's done well, like, after 17 games, and you're telling me on the 4th of January we'd be top of the table, 8 points clear. I'll be saying, what the hell are you smoking? But he's managed to do it.
That's true.
He?
But can he
Yes,
do
he
it?
is.
You can't ask any more than that.
And it's like Newcastle, like, what if you said we would be third, like third in the 3rd of January, we would snap the bloody hands off for it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, at the minute, you can easily say that Man City are going on to win it, but they're not doing that at the minute. They usually go on a run, but they're not doing that.
Man City's next game is Chelsea and Manchester United.
Yeah, Chelsea has to play them, but it's at Stamford Bridge.
City
Yeah.
will destroy him. But this is what I'm worried about now, going into the Tottenham game. Right?
Exactly.
Man City will beat Chelsea. That cuts to 5 points. Right? City have got to play an informed Man United. Right? At Old Trafford. Right? We have to go to White Hart Lane the next day, knowing that if we win, we go 5 or 8 points clear of Tottenham season. I mean Man City, sorry, season. But for me, if we don't beat Spurs and Man City keep winning, we go into that game only 2 points clear.
Look, I'm not worried about Man City. Odegaard said it perfectly the other day.
Worry about ourselves.
Let's worry about ourselves. Let's not worry about signings, right? Let's not worry about Man City.
We need signings. Right? I want 2 players in before we play Tottenham.
Luca, that's another stream. Right? At the moment, we need to do what Odegaard is doing, which is telling us to stick to our own path. Right? Worry about ourselves and our performances, not worry about anyone else. Right? In the end, I'd rather do that and win it that way than having favours handed out by Man United or Chelsea by beating Man City, right? So, for me, that's why, for me, I'm not too over upset about the draw. I mean, Lewis, I'll go to the player ratings in a sec, and then I'll do this draw as well. But just quickly, where do you think Newcastle get top 4?
Oh, I bloody hope so. But now we've been told if Newcastle do qualify for the Champions League, we get Cristiano Ronaldo on loan.
Oh, fuck off!
Nope. No, the reason is because the club he's went to is because the team he's gone to owns Newcastle.
A bit like Lampard when he was at Man City, when he was at New York.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like when it's like Beckham, for example, when he signed for LA Galaxy, he's part of his contract that he could set up a franchise team in the MLS.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just like one of those But
will
now,
will you get top 4 or not?
Oh, Yeah, I want to, but now I don't because we're done with Ronaldo.
Look, F Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Do you think you will get top four? I think you will.
Yeah.
I think you'll get
Yes. I
fourth.
think we will. I think we will get top four. It's like,
Do you know what? The way your run's going, I actually would see you third, and us second. Well, no, I say we're gonna win the league.
But like, I think we could, if they say, if Man City mess up and we keep going, I think we could finish second behind Arsenal.
Well, yeah, if we're not careful,
No, we're not
because
far off.
like Man
United are
Man
only.
City.
If City lose,
Do
right,
you not
United are
worry
one
about Man
point.
United?
mate,
Like,
United could be in the title race if Man City lose.
I don't look. No, Luca. Like, fuck Man United. No offense to any Man United fans, but sorry, no. Like, I'm worried about at the moment. Like, it's just about us doing our job, because we're in the pound seats. As long as we keep winning and matching Man City's results, we'll be fine. We'll win the league. Simple as that. Right? We're in control of our own destiny right now because we are 8 points clear.
Ask everyone
Right?
who you think will win the league.
What?
Ask people in the chat or anyone, do you think Arsenal will win the Premier League?
I think you will win the league.
I'm just asking everyone now. I'll ask everyone now. Do they think how do I put this? Do you think that and I'm talking do you think Arsenal can go all the way?
As
Can we do it?
a Newcastle fan, yes. I don't see why not. I want to be somebody different. I don't want to be City or Liverpool because it's always bloody them winning. I like to see a different club win the league.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Mel, what do you think? Do you think
I
we
think
can
it
go
really
all the way,
comes
Mel?
down. I think, I know you don't want to speak about the transfer window, but I think it comes down to us getting some key reinforcements in order to take us all the way. And I still think we will go and take the title. Yeah.
I don't think so, in my opinion, because the reason only if we bring a striker and a midfielder in, alongside with someone. If we can get João Felix on to the end of the season and another midfielder, look, Tillemans is not going to come until the summer, right? We know that, so we need someone.
Look.
If we
In the
can
end,
get someone like a Felix or a Vlahovic type of player,
Luca, are we doing transfer news during January? Alright? We can all talk about it now. Big up, Jez. How are you doing, my bro? Hope you're doing okay, mate. Not a good performance tonight. Just shows our weaknesses in big games. I hear you, mate. I do hear you on that one. For me, I'm not gonna lose my absolute rag about it, because in the end, if we saw what Man City did with Newcastle when Newcastle went to their ground, they drew 3-3 and we managed to keep a clean sheet, at least. So yeah, it's disappointing we didn't win it, but I'm not gonna be losing any sleep over it. But
yeah. Like, obviously, for your test, it's obviously going to be Wednesday the 15th of Feb and the 26th of April, because that's when you play City.
yeah, like big up Stephen, mate. You want honest opinion, mate? You just get through this month still ahead by the 7 points. You will win the title. Wow, that's a Tottenham Hotspur fan saying that. But anyway,
What has he been smoking
enough.
then?
No, he's Danny's cool, man.
And
Cool,
I know
he's
it's like
fine.
what I'm saying, because he is the sports Spurs, like some of the supporters saying like,
Yeah,
you're not going to qualify
don't worry
for
about it,
anything.
mate.
Like,
So I'm just quickly doing this. I won't be too secs. I'm just
No
got
problem.
another 4 more to do, 5 more to do. Got to clear it off the board. Luca, you've got to do your own tier maker, bro.
I will, man. I will.
Seriously, I can't keep baiting you out on it. Right. And that one.
Happy New Year, Jazz.
Right.
Oh yeah, Happy New
So,
Year.
Happy New Year, Jer. Yeah, of course, Dan, you're a real one. I hope you're good and Happy New Year to all here. Stephen, you look after yourself, man. I will, bro. Don't worry, I will. Thanks for the support, bro. You know it means a great deal to me. And your support. But thanks, man. As always, moving to the player ratings, and then I'm gonna do that draw, and then we'll go out of here.
What's the draw?
Presentation
Oh,
mode.
for the coin.
Right, for the FPL. By the way, if there's anyone in the chat or in the Fantasy Premier League that by the name of Kassan, he's got a week to pick it up, his £30 gift card, for winning at Christmas. So, yeah, because he was top of the table at Christmas. Whoever, Kassan, I think his name is, you still got to collect your prize. If not, it will go to charity. So we're going to start with Aaron Ramsdale and Mel. I'll give you Aaron Ramsdale.
Oh, he wasn't really trying and tested. I mean, the score was 0-0. He didn't have anything to do. Yes, he made some good saves. He made some good saves in the game. We were denied at least a penalty. I mean, he couldn't do anything for that, so I just bang average. 6 for me.
6.
Oh yeah, I would have went
Anyone
to
else?
7.
6. I think 6 would be actually alright, to be fair. Now, Ben White, Luca.
For me, Ben White, 7. I think he was all right. I think he was quite good.
Is that what you said in the last stream we did?
Oh, I can't remember what I said. 6 or 7, I think I said.
Yeah, it was the 7th on the last stream.
It was a 7. I think he was good. He was the one who actually did quite a lot of work in to deal with the Newcastle players.
Saliba. I'm gonna do Saliba. Saliba, for me, he gets a stat. It's coming like standards now. 7 for me.
Yeah, and the player, you did a 4. You did a 4 back line. You did the same lineup as Newcastle.
Yeah. Right, Gabriel.
He did have a chance he missed, which was the header, but I wouldn't dock him for it. I mean, other players missed chances. I'll give him a 7 as well. I think he had a great game. I think he had a good game. Yeah, him and Saliba had a good game. They made a lot of blocks, a lot of clearances in that defensive back line.
Yeah.
And they tried hard to break down that
7.
Newcastle defense. 7 for
Did
me.
you say? For Gabriel. Especially.
How much did you give Ben White? A 7? I'll give him a 6.
You give him a 6?
Yeah, I'll change it to a 6 because Ben White was the better of the 3.
Right. Left back, Zinchenko. Luca, Zinchenko. What do you make of it?
Zinchenko for me, I think he's done all right. I think he's done okay. I think he was decent. I think technically he was more doing quite similar to what Ben White did. I think he was more defensive. I think he managed to deal with. I give him a 6. I think he was okay.
Okay, does anyone disagree with that? I've already said on Lucas' channel every part of that defensive line gets a 7.
Yeah, a 7 is fair enough.
Ben White 7, Saliba 6, Gabriel 6, Zinchenko 5. I think it's Jones. You got the ketamine. Right. In that case, then that's that done. Right. What I learned on the radio earlier, best defender on the pitch for either team.
I agree with that.
Was probably
Botman, he had a great game. Yeah.
Was.
I'm gonna move on to the midfield now. We're gonna move to let's start with you, Mel. Right, you know who I'm gonna ask.
For number 5 for me, bang average. Missed a couple of chances, was quiet today in midfield and didn't really put a great shift in. Yes, he did have a lot more work to do, and it felt like he was playing sitting a bit deeper than he normally does. I didn't think he had an incredible game today. He's at the bottom beside Mikel. He didn't have an incredible game today. I felt he was rather quiet in this game and in the Brighton game. But I have to be objective here, feelings aside. A 5 for me. And he's at right beside Mikel.
Yeah, so 6 did you say? Or 5?
Bang average for me.
Bang average 5. Sorry, I will get through this very quickly. Partey, Luca.
Partey for me, I think we mentioned this on my channel and we had a bit of disagreement with, obviously with unbiased Josh and all that stuff. He didn't think that Partey wasn't that good. For me, I think Partey was probably our best midfielder because I think Partey for me, you take him out of that team, we probably would have got exposed. Excuse me, if you play people like Sambi the Congo in that because you're putting him in Arteta's sackable level. I think he was good.
Oh, sorry, no, it was 7. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay, man. I think he was good. I think he managed to do what he had to do. I think Partey's coming in to be more defensive. And
Zinchenko kept drifting into midfield, his players in the left back positions and not holding his position and didn't overlap Martinelli enough. I hear you on that one, Jez. I do hear, but it's unfortunately yeah. I think everything's been fair so far. Let us know in the comments if you wanted to express what you made of the game. Any questions, put your questions in. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button as well. Right, and yeah, I think that will be it. So, Odegaard. Odegaard, right. Lewis.
Yeah, one sec.
What would you say about Odegaard though?
Odegaard, did he play midfield, didn't he? Or striker? I forgot.
Sorry, say that again?
Did he play striker or midfield? I forgot.
Odegaard was not. Odegaard was more of a cam behind the striker. So
you play in the midfield.
Yeah, midfield 3 and another midfield 3. So
A 7. He actually was because he when it was even though he got a yellow card as well.
Yeah.
Like fair enough. Like people say that game could have ended with 10 men each because that
That's the
referee
point.
lost his bloody head. Like for about 5 minutes, for like
Yeah.
from half an hour to maybe the 40th minute, he was just dishing out yellow cards like there was no end tomorrow. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that game finished with 11-3-11. But fair enough, he did like if there was a foul, he came over to the referee, and the referee explained it why. Same as with our captain, Kieran Trippier.
So right. So Saka party. Saka 5, party 6. Gotta go 5. Xhaka 5. I'm also gonna put Jez. If you've got any spare time, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And then I can it'd be nice to have you on again, bro. If you're willing to start that late. I know it's late, but there you go. Can't help it at times. Right, who's next? Sait. So we've had. I'm just sorry guys. I'm just reminding myself. So we've
You
had
had
that one.
Odegaard.
Odegaard was 7, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You said. Right.
You did
I
help the
think
team out as well
I
because he
think
did
he
like
was. No, I think he was a 6 to be fair.
do a 6, yeah.
But I think he's the
Like
same level as Xhaka.
yeah, because
Actually,
I
it had
do
nothing to
agree.
do.
Plus, he did get a yellow card as well. What like could have been easier red on another day for that foul. If that makes sense. If you've seen the challenge, it was like studs as well.
Right, yeah, mate, the ref isn't, the plot doesn't excuse other guys what to do, obviously again. Yeah, and he's supposed to be a leader as well.
Like
There you go.
there's no excuses. It happened to us as well. The referee was giving out cards like there was like even like we were doing
Yeah,
like
the
when we
referee
played.
got 2 card half.
Yeah, even the commentator said that. Even the commentator said that for the game. You go,
Yeah, even they were. So, I'm going with Martinelli. I'm going with him. Like Martinelli, my guy. Like Saka's also my guy. He's from Hayland, like in London. But like this kid is the best piece of transaction we've ever had. One of the best signings of for so many years now, right? Because when we bought him, it was what, £8 million. Could you imagine his price tag now?
it'd be about
He'd
30
be asking
million.
about what, 30 mil for Martinelli and the
30.
rest.
Yeah, I'm about to say about 30 plus.
I was gonna say more 50 plus.
Like I don't know how much.
70, 60, 70 million would probably pay because like it's about trying to raise. Sorry, yeah, Martinelli for me gets a 8. Martinelli, sorry, he was a 7. Sorry, my. Nah, fuck it. I'll give him an 8. I'm giving Martinelli an 8. He was the
Give him
best
an
player
8.
on the pitch today. He's just so good at the minute.
Yes.
He's so in form.
But he's
So
unreplaceable.
what?
He's unreplaceable. That's why Martinelli's on good form at the moment.
Well, he's called indispensable by the club.
Yes.
But yeah, this guy, I hope he stays for as long as we can win the title, which, like, I think we can still do. So yeah, Martinelli I've put as an 8. Saka, is next. Luca.
Saka for me.
Saka.
Look, I just feel at times where he looked a bit fatigued tonight, a little bit. I think, yes, I do think he was. I do think he was trying. He tried to create and all that, but I don't think he didn't have his best game today, man.
What are you giving him then?
5, 6, 7, 8,
5.
9. Yeah,
Whoa, 5.
yeah.
5. Really?
That 5 or 6 I'm going to go for. I don't think he was that
6.
great today.
Sorry if I'm. By the way, oh sorry, Jez, my apologies. I didn't see you in the chat then, bruv.
You're right.
Still trying to get over this little thing that I've had. But so if I'm a little slow, just let us know. Because
You're fine, man. You're
but
fine.
How you doing, Jez?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year from Newcastle.
Yeah.
What
Mate,
did
I
you
tell you what,
make?
I love Newcastle. I love Newcastle. I'm lucky enough to be 20 odd plus times to St James's Park.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, that is probably one of the greatest cities to go to an away game. The fans are just second to none.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Newcastle who's studying in university. He's been wanting me to either come. He always I knew him from college, and he either comes down and sees us, or like where he stays in Colchester, and then he comes up and sees us, or he's trying to get me to come up there as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've seen the city. I've seen like images of the city. It looks beautiful. To be fair.
Especially you can pretty much from level 7 of the away end you can see the whole city.
Oh,
Yeah.
And if you look very carefully, over the Gallagher end, if you see the windmills in the distance, that's Nissan and
yeah.
Sunderland. That's Nissan and Sunderland. We can see the we can see the Mackhams from St James. And this is actually true fact. There's a rooftop tour you can do on top of the roof.
Okay.
If you get binoculars and you stand on the Leazer's end where the wave fans on, you look behind and you take your binoculars, you actually can see Scotland.
I will go on for something about that in a minute. I'll just go through the rest of these player ratings first. I mean, Jez, I'm gonna give you I'll give you Nketiah. What do you make of him?
Oh dear, Eddie Nketiah. No, I actually went to the Brighton game the other day, and he looked really decent. He looked really decent. But up against the bigger boys, and I classify Newcastle this season as the bigger boys because of the fact of where they are and what they're doing. They've got the best defence in the league. They proved it today. They came to Arsenal with a game plan. They worked this out and they implemented it. And fair play to them, and I respect them for that. Eddie Nketiah, no, I'm sorry, he's not the man. He proved it today.
No.
He had one clear-cut opportunity. He didn't do the damage. And in this time of the season, if you're going to head up the team and you want to have that opportunity, then you have to slot that, and he didn't.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Mr. Nketiah, you're getting a 4 from me. You are poor.
Wow. Bang. Don't hold bars. There we go.
You know me, mate. I don't hold back. I don't hold back.
No, I completely understand, and that's how I want you to be, honest. Like, So yeah, that's all you should be. Just honest with your opinions. Tommy Yasu came off the bench, didn't do much really. Standard 5.
Yeah.
And then right, finally the manager.
I'm keeping up with this because I'll give him a low rating just to see with his reactions for every little thing, even like at the 90th minute when you wanted like at least 10 minutes added on.
Oh yeah, just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was gonna give Arteta maybe a 5 or a 6 for me. I
5.
don't.
5.
What's that?
5.
5. Yeah. Okay. I'm on a similar wavelength. Anyone else?
I'll tell you why, Stephen.
Okay.
When we get into games like this, he hasn't got the technical ability to mix it up. If he, we've got away with games this season. We've done very, very well, and we can't complain. And I've really picked him up. But today, up against Newcastle, there was an ideal opportunity there to change things about. He made one substitution, a left back for a left back, when we needed for a goal. Now, what he could have done with Zinchenko today continually going into the midfield, exposing the left back position, didn't overlap Martinelli. Martinelli needs support on the left wing. He could have brought on Tierney. Yeah.
That's a good point. Very good point.
With Martinelli. Yeah. Put Zinchenko into where Xhaka was playing, because Xhaka was not good today at all. Taking Xhaka off, put Zinchenko in there, give a little bit more impetus, and he should have also, right, brought on Vieira in the latter 15 minutes for Partey. Partey was starting to gasp. He looked weak, and bring on Vieira. Give the guy a go. We've seen it in the past. He brings him on. He scores a banger. In those situations, you need to actually force the game. No, Newcastle had gone defensive. They had come here to get the point, and they got it, and well done. And we needed to go out there, change the game, change the tactics. Arteta didn't. He went, well,
he got it wrong.
No, not good enough.
Yeah, but I mean, 17 games in, and obviously, this whole for me now, this whole for me, I just want to see my team play over here. I'm not really bothered who's managing as long as we're winning games. But 17 games in now, it'll be 18 when we play Tottenham, and pretty much halfway really. So going forth into the new year, being 8 points clear, obviously before Man City play their game, what have you made of this season so far, in your opinion, Jez?
It's been a great start. It's been the greatest start to an Arsenal season in history. So we have to accept that and say fair play.
Fair play.
Well, we maintain it. Well, we slipped up today. We got caught out by a very disciplined and a very strong defence. They're the best defence in the league. You can't knock it. Fair play to them. And I just can't understand why we've got a player at corners, Zinchenko, who's defending against the tallest man on the pitch.
Big Dan Burn.
Yeah. What's that about? And okay, we got away with it. But Stephen, this proves to me, if this team is serious, if the management are serious about us going for the Premiership, then they need to get 2 or 3 in this window. Now, I think Mudryk, the deal there is probably done. He's
But
agreed.
apparently they said it's gonna be. They said it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
But
So fair play. We still need a couple of other players. I mean, look today on our bench. It was, I'm sorry,
it's gasping for something.
it's weak. It's so poor. And yeah, I'll give Arteta. I've been giving Arteta credit all season.
Same.
Start, but today was poor. He didn't mix it up enough. He could have nicked that. He could have.
Yeah, we could have done. I remember when he put on Tomiyasu. When he brought on Tomiyasu for me, I was like, Arteta, surely you want to go win this game for me. And I think for me, he gave maybe Newcastle too much respect in a sense, and because they gave so much respect in a sense is the reason why he probably maybe been conservative and gone with like, okay, I can't break them down, I don't know how to, so we'll just make sure we stay solid at the back and get a clean sheet, and if we can nick one at the end then we'll do so. It's not ideal, and of course I want to win every game, but it kind of reminds me when I was growing up. I remember watching the Invincibles, and one of the games we played against, it was a Fulham at the Highbury, and no matter what we did, the ball would not cross that net, that line. And I think even then the Sun the next morning said Edwin van der Sar, not the Sar. So it kind of reminded me of like that. It was more like though we had some sort of control of the midfield, it felt like we just for me it didn't feel like we were going to win that game. Even if we had probably maybe a little ball of impetus, maybe, but there you go. But in the end, he's going to get things right. He's still going to get things wrong, and at the minute, if you told me at 4th of Jan 2023 that we'd be 8 points clear at the start of the season, if you told me that, I would have asked, go check yourself out of the hospital. Like, you need help. Like, so yeah, fair play, and like you said, fair play to anyone that bigs him up, or anyone that does. Big up DWT, don't waste a tweet.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah, let me just get through these comments
that's
first. Fine. BX, my man. BX Ghana, big up yourself as well. I see you in the chat. I'm sorry if I'm pestering you about these rest of these panini stickers, but it might have just been lost in the post or something. Maybe a bit of like mail strikes as usual. For the Mudryk deal, it's just the structure of the payment method to be finalised. Thank you for that. When Burns was at Brighton, we defended him in the same way on corners. Doesn't make sense, but we are still top of the league. Next up, the North London Derby. Right. Thank you for having me on, Stephen. Stephen, I had to go. Yeah, no worries, Mel. Right. Thank you for all the support you give to everyone.
Thank you for welcoming me on as well.
And me?
No, like she.
Well, yeah. So no, yeah, definitely. I thought you were talking, but yeah, Mel is an absolute angel. I'm such a good friend. She's not a friend. She's family for me. So.
A sister from another mother, as we would say.
Let's just say it's like a sibling, or a very close family friend. But yeah. Also we've got Bargav as well. So yeah. Jez, you're gonna give Arteta 5.
Yeah.
Is it 5? Bargav, what are you gonna give Arteta? How are you as well?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Steven, it's nice to see you streaming. I just want to come on and say that. And big up to everybody here. Jez, Luca. I don't know your name, I'm sorry, but
It's
hey, nice to meet you.
yeah.
Nice to
There's
meet you.
obviously you probably can tell I'm a Newcastle fan.
Okay. Hey, you played well today.
Yeah.
You guys played
I
well today.
mean,
I'm guessing you're from Canada. I'm guessing.
No, the United States.
USA.
Oh, sorry, because it sounds so similar to me.
So Arteta, I think Arteta, I'd give him a 5. I mean, the change.
Yeah.
That game was screaming for changes, man. I was thinking about why I'm so mad about this game. I think I'm just getting impatient because I haven't seen the title yet, and it would have been nice to get that, get those points and put Man City under tremendous pressure.
Yeah. I hear
So-
you, mate. I hear you on that one. But at least the thing for me that stands out, and like, it's kind of like, if you saw at the start of the season, Man City drew at the Etihad to Newcastle. Right?
It was not at the Etihad. It was at St James.
All right, fine. It was St James's. Was it 3-3?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, my bad. But
it's fine.
They finished 3-3 at St James's Park. We've managed to go. They've managed to come to our place, and probably we should have won the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's sort of like, because we managed to. The thing that stands out for me is the defensive side of it. Is that we managed to keep a clean sheet, which is always helpful, especially when it's going to come down. It could come down to goal difference towards the end of the season. We're only two goals behind Man City right now. I know they got Haaland and that, but do you, Jez, honestly think that we can go all the way and say we got the signings in, right, that we needed, right? Do you feel Arsenal can stop Man City, who are they're not taking off? Like, usually by now they start a run and it goes on and on and on, and they're not doing it in a minute. They look very disjointed. So I'm wondering if, for you, is this Arsenal's now big chance to go and win this title? And do you think it also helps that Man City will be worried about the Champions League in come February?
I think Arsenal can. We need those two. We need those two signings. For sure. The team looks solid. They look
Which
like.
positions did you say?
Sorry?
You say you need? So what positions would you say you need?
We need a striker, and we need another midfielder. If we lose Partey,
Yeah.
look. I was at the Brighton game the other day. When Partey went off, Odegaard looked lost.
Yeah.
All right, Partey wasn't good today. But as soon as Partey went off, our midfield on Saturday suddenly went poor, and Brighton came through us so easily. So we need another backup, a decent backup, and we've got to do that. Now, if we can get another striker, because I'm sorry, Nketiah is not going to lead the line. I don't care what anybody says, he's not good enough. And so we need a striker, we need that midfielder, and if we get those two players in, I think we can do it. The team look like the collective, they look happy together, they look balanced, but they're only balanced with the 11 on the pitch.
Yeah. Sorry, Jez, you
Go
were.
on,
I thought you
no,
were
go on,
finishing.
go on, yeah, go on.
And what I've noticed as well, and I'll give Arteta credit for this, is that there seems to be such more of a unity
Mm,
in Arsenal now, and
absolutely.
especially in its fan base. It was so disjointed, so like disconnected to the team as well.
Mm.
And I think he's managed to not just like get these players playing well together. He's also managing to just sort of, and there's still going to be skeptics right over him, but he's brought a sort of unity to the fan base, which is the most beautiful feeling I want to see, because I don't want to see Arsenal fans fighting with each other about Arteta in or Arteta out. Like, I want to see Arsenal being completely united, all asking for the same for the same result, which is to win the league. And
Totally agree.
if
Totally agree.
if it does mean we finish second, like because Man City are just too strong, I'm not gonna completely say it's been a disaster, right? But doing all this and not lifting the trophy could be a disaster, could count as a disaster, but it gives me very good optimism for the next season going into that one, because he will have more additional funds to get what he wants, and then take it from there. And to be fair, most signings that he's made so far have worked, really, unless I'm mistaken.
Yes, Stephen. He's had £400 million.
Yeah, I do that. I do get that.
If he doesn't achieve it this year, yeah,
Yeah,
let's get it right. Edu and crew said it's now all about trophies.
yeah,
So if he doesn't achieve it this season,
yeah.
I'll still say he has to go. He's been given everything he's ever wanted. He's
Okay.
had £400 million in signings. So
Yeah.
his choice, his decisions, it's his game. So if he doesn't achieve it, I never wanted him. I never wanted him,
Of course.
but I've supported him this season because he's got this team to a level where it's the best Arsenal start to a season ever. No question. He's at the top of the league. Today was a dip. He didn't get it right today. The players weren't right today. And that happens in football, we know.
Yeah.
Newcastle are a decent team. They're not the team. I mean, I was chatting to people last week. Oh, yeah, we always smash Newcastle at home. I said, well, no. No, there's a different gravy now. They're a different team. They got a decent manager. They got
Exactly.
a fantastic defence. They got the best defence in the league. This ain't going to be a walkover where we used to bash them 2-3, 4-0. That ain't going to happen.
It's not like the day when you were winning 4-0 at St James and we came back to be when we equalised 4-4.
Yeah.
However,
I was at that game at St James's Park.
I missed that game. I was at Man City meeting Shea Given, one of my heroes. But like as you said, you spent 400 million on transfers.
Yeah.
Like Newcastle, like over the summer at last January, like a year ago, and the summer transfer this season, we only spent £100 million.
But
Yeah.
to be fair
Look what
as
they've
well,
Look what they've done. So
we've got to take our opportunities though, because sooner or later Newcastle will be on top of us.
I
If we're not careful.
said at the start of the season, Stephen, Newcastle, with their ownership, are in the next 2 to 3 years going to be a serious force to be reckoned with, and they're
They'll be
already
title winners or something.
they're already starting. So we have to look at that and say, right, okay. And the fact of the matter is, Arteta is now into his time. He's spent shed loads of money. He's got the team that he said he wanted. He's had all the pre-seasons he said he wanted. Remember those quotes? I need a pre-season. I need a pre-season. Right? He's had all
Yeah,
of
I
that.
remember them.
So now, Mr. Edu and Mr. Arteta, it's time to deliver. If you don't, then you need to sod off.
One more question I'll ask is, if we didn't win the league and we still had say we dropped off, but we still had the Europa League available, and he wins that, what would you say then?
If you won the Europa League,
Yeah.
okay, that's a European trophy that Arsenal have only ever won 2. So
Yeah.
that's ambitious.
Just get that right. We won 2 European trophies.
So I'm sorry. Winning the Europa League to me would be a big part.
And you get that if let's say for some reason you finish 5th and you win the Europa League, you get Champions League football anyway.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He has to win. To me, I'm sorry, guys. It's the longest time in Arsenal's history we haven't won a First Division or Premier League trophy. It's 18 years. We've never gone more than 17 years. So
The problem is times have changed though.
we have to win the Premier League.
Yeah,
If he doesn't win the Premier League, he's gone.
Sorry, and Newcastle haven't won a trophy in 67 years. It's like we haven't even. The last time we won a cup was the first cup.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
67 years ago, for us, all we ask for, as I'm saying, all we ask for is us, a team who can try and have a cup run and try and win a cup. Even let's say if we win the Carabao Cup, we know
after everything you've been through as Newcastle and through that, I'm sorry,
the shit we had for 14 years.
After what happened, after everything you've been through with that owner, I so hope.
Won't be long. Newcastle, I tell you now, Newcastle in the next 2 to 3 years, you'll be bagging the trophies. You've got money to burn. You've got the structure. You've got the ambition. You've got, in my opinion, having been to St James's Park on 20 odd occasions, you've got one of the greatest fan bases in England, and always loved going up to Newcastle. It's an occasion. It's a day out. It's a long way to go, but it's always worth it. And
for us, obviously we got two. Obviously, every time we play the London teams or Southampton. Southampton's the longest trip for us to travel.
Yeah.
It's like 8 hours on the coach. Watch 2 hours of football. Then let's say it takes half an hour to get out the ground.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a day and a half traveling for us.
Big up latest Luke. You also go into pot 1 in the Champions League if you either win the league or the Europa League. So if we don't get the title, I'd love to try and win the Europa then. If it's not gonna be our year to win the title, then a European trophy would be
nice.
Be really nice, to be fair. And then Also, it gives us a favourable draw in the Champions League as well, because we've been out of it for a while. I don't know how it's going to be seeded. If we finish second, we might get a draw that we don't want.
You might get Barcelona.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but
I got Jez. Do you honestly think Newcastle will qualify for the Champions League this year?
Yeah,
I said that as well.
100%.
100%.
Even
There's no Tottenham don't look like they can do anything in a minute. Man United are just picking up form. They put like Chelsea are lost. Like they don't know where they're coming or going at the minute.
maybe
So
Liverpool.
for me,
Liverpool as well.
Liverpool, no, but then they lost that against was it Brentford or something?
Brentford, yeah.
Yeah, then we lost against. So I'm sorry that Liverpool needs a major overhaul. Anyway, so
The
for
Arsenal, Man
me,
City, Newcastle, and then possibly sneaking in the back door. I'm going sneaking in Chelsea.
Ooh.
well, me, I would go Arsenal Premier League champions. I don't care. I'm going for it.
Go for it, man.
Go for it. I'm going for Premier League champions for this year, and they're going to make me proud. I'll go Man City second. Man City second. I will go Newcastle third, because I think those are the three teams that have been the best three teams of the league. And Tottenham, do they get in there?
No.
I hope
Tell you what,
not.
Stephen, I'm going to throw this one in here, right? I'm going to go Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City.
That's top three. Wow.
Second place. Jeez, I would take that now.
I'll tell you for why. I'm saying that Newcastle have got a crazy defence.
Yeah.
I watched today that game, and once they go back as a group, you watch their back four and then midfield.
Yeah.
It's like they go into like
attack mode for defense.
That's the way.
Do you know what? Do you know what? And do you know what I love about it? The thing with Eddie Howe, right? He stayed at Bournemouth too long, and it ruined his sort of. When you get relegated as a manager, it ruins your reputation in a sense. He stayed. He stayed too long, which cost him. But what I do love is the fact that they've given him a chance, another chance. A lot of people at that time said, it's not going to work with Eddie Howe, this, that, and the other. And all of a sudden, we're seeing this unbreakable defence, which on paper should be breakable, but football's never won on paper, is it? Otherwise, we wouldn't be where we are, to be fair. But also,
yes, Eddie Howe, when he left, when you got sacked from Bournemouth, you went abroad for a bit.
Lewis, I was just gonna say, after he got sacked, the fact that you've given him a chance to come back and prove himself again, right, is testament, and it's rewarding you, because now you've got not just one way of playing, you've got two ways of playing. You can dominate the ball and possession. You can also sit back and defend and play on the counter. And to be fair, in big games, with not his own. I remember our last FA Cup win, right? Yes, at the time, things weren't going great with Arsenal anyway, but he managed to. Everyone wrote us off against Man City, and then everyone wrote us off against Chelsea. And yes, we played on the counter and parked the bus pretty much, but he can do it if need be. But whether he sticks to his, if he doesn't like adjust during the game, like Jez has said, to maybe counteract that or something, you're always going to struggle. So yeah, he's still got a lot to go through in that, but we'll wait and see though.
Yeah, as you were saying, like when Eddie Howe got sacked by Bournemouth, you went abroad, you went to Liverpool for a bit to see how they do their training. I think that's helped us in a way because obviously we played brilliant attack and we also played brilliant defense. Like all we need now is a couple of extra defenders, maybe a couple of strikers and a couple of midfielders who are young with experience.
That'll come in time.
But comparing that, we do have Alexander Isak, but he's injured. He's a striker. If he played today, and obviously because we've got bloody Chris Wood as the backup striker, my God. Like I think if we had Isaac on the bench, we bring him on, you might have scored and got us the free.
To be fair, Lewis, it's kind of like the same thing with us. We've got Jesus out, so we have to do with Nketiah in a minute. Antonelli, every time he's gone up front, it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's ready for that role. I think it may come in time, but not now at the minute. With United, Liverpool, and Spurs in touching this, and Spurs still in touching this as Newcastle, I can't see why all this chess that you say Newcastle will definitely get top. When it really heats up, we'll wait and see, Dan, mate. But you know us, right? I'm always going to share my opinions in the most honest way possible. And my honest opinion, it's not. Dan knows it's not. It's a genuine opinion. It's not just because it's Spurs. It's just I do feel Newcastle will get in the top four. Whether Spurs get in it, that's up between Spurs, Man United, and Chelsea for it. But I think Spurs might. I think it's. You went Spurs, didn't you, Jez?
No.
4.
No.
Chelsea. Chelsea. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Sorry.
I was.
Stephen.
I would say United.
I never go Spurs anything.
No, I'm the same, but I would go Man United 4th.
Fair play.
Like for example, if we don't get Champions League football, if we even get European, like even if we get Conference League or Europa League, I'd be happy.
You'll definitely get Europa League.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell.
I'm still gonna go. I'm still going Newcastle. I'm gonna go with that prediction. Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City, and
Chelsea. We're gonna win it. Yes.
I've got a bounce.
Like,
but if I said to this,
Lewis, let me just sorry.
Sorry about that.
Thanks for being
all right.
Lewis, nice to see you, Stephen.
Lewis, Jez,
yourself, man.
No problem.
Yeah, Jez. Before you go, tell us where they can find you first.
I'm on Insta, collins.jez. My YouTube channel's Arsenal, the history and more. It's all about the Arsenal, history, plus matchday reactions, blah, blah, podcasts, all that. It's generally all about Arsenal, and sometimes we do some nice little football quizzes. It's all good fun. And I'm actually still looking for somebody to take on my Master of Football quizzes in Kenny Ken. He wins it every time. And
My mum bought for me for Christmas a load of stats and statistics on Arsenal, so and loads of questions and stuff. So,
I
but
need somebody.
look,
I need somebody to bring Kenny down because he wins every time. His knowledge of football is ridiculous.
yeah,
Um,
I
take
mean,
care, everyone.
Yeah.
Jez,
See you
let
later,
us know
Jez.
next time you're free, and we'll do something on yours or do something on
Yeah,
mine.
Steve, look after yourself, son. And
I will. Don't worry about me. I'm still going. I'm still going.
Lewis, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Bye, man.
you too.
You take care. Yeah.
Catch you later, Jez.
Listen,
Take care.
we'll chat again
Right.
soon. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, definitely. Take care.
See ya.
Right. Sorry about that, guys.
As I was saying, as Jez said, if Newcastle do get Champions League football, I said this to my mum and dad, I'll be buying all the tops twice for Newcastle.
Yeah,
And obviously,
there you go then.
because I'll be getting put on. After I begin the Champions League badge put on.
Yeah, I'm having that next season. Don't worry about that, bro. You're basing it on 2023 against clubs who every year fight for this in the business end of the season. Newcastle not being not Stephen, just leave it. Look, I just going on like I'm going on. You can't judge a team like on for me. I judge on the team during the season on what's happened throughout this form of this first half of the year. And if you're gonna say to me who's gonna get top four, I'll say Arsenal gonna win the league, right? I'll say Man City second, right? And I would and I would go Newcastle third. So just unless they have a massive drop off, I just don't see it. Like I only see that and Man United fourth. So there you go. Anyway, we've been going on for nearly 2 hours, and I'm sorry it's been such a long stream, but we've got to do one more thing.
The London Derby.
No.
Oh. Or the draw.
Fantasy Premier League. I've got to do this because I haven't done it in a while. Give me a second. Should come up straight on.
It's technically all the London teams are Derby.
Loading. Sorry, I just got to sign in.
Can I ask one quick question as well? Again.
Just go on, but and then I've got to ask Bargav to sign as well.
It is technically all London teams when you play each other as the Derby.
Pardon?
It's technically if you play let's say you play like Watford. Is that technically a derby?
It's technically a derby because it's a London club.
Yeah.
But we don't have a massive rivalry with them.
Yeah, I know that.
We had a rivalry with Watford is because of the Kahuna thing, but it still counts as a local rival. But I don't have any problems with Watford.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't think of another team. That's why I said Watford. That's a London team.
Right. Let me have a look at who's in the league. Fantasy draft my team's kit. I did.
Hey Lewis, who you think about getting in as transfers?
Me?
No, yeah, like who's Newcastle looking at?
We're trying to get a player from. We're trying to get a couple of players, young players in, but experienced, because obviously we need to build a team up, because obviously our bench is horrendous. Literally, it is horrendous. It's not. We haven't got the squad depth as like Man City does like at Liverpool. All we ask for is like players who are like from probably 20 to about 25 age of, they probably rating between a 75 and 80.
Right, hang on. So, yeah, I found it. Don't worry, I found it. Right. So, these are whoever is Suhal Kassam. You were ahead of Invincible United, which is Godfred Pisa. But so Kassam, you win the £30 gift card. If you don't collect it within 14 days, that donation will go to the charity. Yeah, so that way I don't make a profit either. So yeah, I just don't. Right, so I'm gonna pick anyone at random. I landed in, I landed, I can't remember where I landed now. I'll do that one more time. Oh, that's not Union.
Ah.
Right, so there we are. 11 Hag. Cop on Podcast. So, Cop on Podcast. Owen, you have won a £20 gift card of your choice. Right, I will DM you about the details as such. Right, now, who's here that are members? So, if I haven't seen anyone that's a member at the minute.
Because
so,
it is 2:10 in the morning.
Well, no, I'm talking about in the league.
Oh. I thought you meant in the chat, that's why.
Right, so anyway, right, I did also just double check my YouTube studio. Because that'll tell me what subscribers I've got as well. Monetization, memberships. Right, so there's Luke Nyson, Miss Mel, Stradbrook Steve, Matt as well. Right, let me have a look. Those are the. And then if we go to the Premier League, so Carl. Yeah, there's no one in the draw.
Oh.
For the members only. The members only draw, there's no one there in the draft. If you have call in my members, Steve, Strasbourg Steve, Matt, Luke, Carlos the Villain, and James and Miss Melina. If you haven't put your team in the FPL, please do it within 14 days, and then we can choose a members only winner. But the person who's won the £20 gift card is 11 Hag Cop on Podcast. This one here, and the winner of the actual top prize, for finishing first at Christmas goes to Kassam. Right, so if anyone knows who Suharai Kassam is, let him know that I've got a £30 gift card on him. If not, it will be donated after 40. If he doesn't collect it in 14 days, it will be donated to the charity out of my pocket. Same, I will contact Cobcon Podcast and they've won. But that's the draw. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then with that, I've got to wrap it up because otherwise
The stuff we get absolutely mental with you.
Anyway, make sure you hit the like, you hit the share, you hit the subscribe. I'm sorry it's been such a 2-hour video, but I wanted to make sure everyone knows we're back, we're okay. How can I play? Well, Jordan, do you have a team already? If you haven't got a team already, there's no point, to be honest, because
you'd be miles behind.
you'd be miles behind everyone else. And to be fair, like if you've got a team, right, I could drop the link actually for this invite. Right. There we go. But anyway, look, we're going to have to wrap it up there. Make sure you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, you hit the share button. Lewis, give us a shout out to your channel,
Like,
bro.
yeah, as you can see on the screen, it's Newcastle Disabled Fans. I'm going to start doing it properly. Obviously, I was going to do one for the Leeds game, but then I forgot because I was not very well. Then obviously the Arsenal game was a bit of a late one, and I've been on obviously Lucas' channel, and I've been on yours tonight as well. But I'm going to try and do more in that, but it's a bit awkward because obviously I can't do much before the game because I work for Newcastle. I work for the Newcastle Foundation as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. And also as well, right. Jordan, yeah, I want to try and play for the new season. 2023. Alright, okay, and 24, okay. In that case, then your link to your channel. Yeah, I've already put it in the chat.
Yeah.
So here you go. Make sure you go and subscribe
Yeah,
to this channel right now. Please do so. Does great content. He will be doing his own channel and creating his own content for sure.
And obviously, I try and get some fun, like try and get like when we play Arsenal, when we play use that's with St James.
Yeah.
I'll try and get people on.
Look, we'll sort that out another time. But make sure you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, hit the share button, and yeah, I will see you guys out of here. Bye guys.